I'm going to get you out of here alive.
The Red Band and the Rebellion trailer of the Suicide Squad has created a lot of buzz these days. And this masterpiece is from the horribly beautiful mind of James Gunn. So in this video, I will tell you about every character that is in the soft reboot of this Suicide Squad. So like the old ways, without wasting any more time, let's jump right into it. And before that, hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to never miss a video from us. Stepping into the role of Harley Quinn for the third time, Margot Robbie stars as the former Arkham Asylum psychiatrist Dr. Harleen Quinzel, criminal, a mercenary, ex-girlfriend of the Joker, and returning member of the original Suicide Squad. She fell in love with the Joker while he was her patient and was later made to jump into the vat of chemicals at the Ace Chemicals plant in order to prove her devotion to him. Harley Quinn has no superpowers, but is an expert combatant and skilled gymnast, as well as displaying great manipulation skills. Though Elba was initially meant to replace Will Smith as Deadshot, due to Smith's scheduling conflicts, James Gunn instead chose to have him play Robert Dubious, aka Bloodsport. At the time of the Suicide Squad, he is serving time in the prison for shooting Superman with a Kryptonian bullet. Lex Luthor then manipulated him into blaming Superman for his brother's death and supplied him with a teleporter and weapons. John Cena stars as Christopher Smith, aka Peacemaker, a character Cena described as a douchey Captain America. Peacemaker is a pacifist diplomat so committed to achieving peace that he is willing to become a vigilante to achieve his goals, going after warlords and dictators. In the comics, he finds out that his efforts are the result of mental illness caused by the shame and guilt of knowing his father was a Nazi death camp commandant.
Welcome to Task Force X. These are your brothers and sisters for the next few days.
Joel Kinnaman returns as Colonel Rick Flag, leader of the original Suicide Squad. He is a special force officer and West Point graduate hired by Amanda Waller to monitor June Moon / Enchantress. He fell in love with Moon and eventually freed her from the ancient goddess Enchantress. He enlisted Katana to be his personal bodyguard and watch his back while working with the Suicide Squad, though it appears that she will not be returning in the Suicide Squad. Another member of original Suicide Squad, Jai Courtney, stars as George Digger Harkness, a notorious Australian criminal going by the name of Captain Boomerang. He was captured by the Flash after pulling off a string of jewelry heist and, after being sentenced to serve 3 life sentences, was forced to join Task Force X. His primary weapons are his bladed and trick boomerangs. Peter Capaldi is confirmed to star as the Thinker, one of DC Comics' oldest villain, whose name is used by the 4 different supervillains over the years. His abilities include technologically derived powers of telekinesis and mind control, which uses his thinking cap, a metal helmet which projects mental force. The Thinker is meant to be a quite young man, but his brain drains energy from the rest of his body and causes him to age prematurely. The character recently appeared as the main antagonist of The Flash Season 4, portrayed by Neil Sandilands. Alice Braga plays Sol Soria, who is likely to be the gender-swapped version of the Juan Soria, a character who gave himself the ability to unlock any object he touches by injecting nanites into his hand. His dream was to join Justice League, but he was denied and his hopes were crushed. Distraught and broke, he robbed a bank, only to be stopped by the Justice League. Due to his ability to unlock any lock, he was placed in a hole in Bellerive before being recruited into the Suicide Squad. SNL cast member Peter Davidson appears as Richard Hards, aka Blackguard. Initially a small-time thug, he was recruited by the criminal organization, the Thousand, to carry out a number of jobs and operations. He usually wears a heavy armor gifted to him by the Thousand. which allows him to generate a shield and mace made of pure energy. In the Suicide Squad images, however, it looks like Davidson Blackguard uses guns, so changes may have been made to the relative unknown character. In bizarre reveal, David Dastmalchian was announced to play Polka Dot Man. Eber Krill, aka Polka Dot Man or Mr. Polka Dot, is a minor Batman villain from 1960s who launched a crime wave inspired by dots and spots. He wore a costume covering polka dots that could be removed from his suits and would turn into a variety of objects, from deadly weapons to a flying saucer, which he uses as an escape vehicle. In the comics, Polka Dot Man briefly captures Robin before he is freed by Batman. Sporting an impressive wing, Michael Rooker is announced to appear as Brian Derlin, more commonly known as Savan, the heir of the huge fortune, a genius vigilante, and head of profitable blackmailing business. Savan appears to experience memory lapse because of his non-linear memory, which is due to a chemical imbalance. Savant was also associated with the Birds of Prey during the Gail Simon era. In combat, he often wields a pair of batons. In comics, Mongol is an alien warlord who, alongside with her brother Mongul the Younger, was the daughter of tyrannical ruler of Warlord, Mongul the Elder. She and her brother attempted to kill Superman for dishonoring their father, a confrontation which turned out into a bloody battle and ended with the Crypto almost killing Mongul. As an alien, Mongul possessed superhuman strength, agility, speed, and stamina, which allowed her to engage Superman in combat. In the comics, she is eventually killed by her brother, who believed family was a weakness he could not afford. The Singaporean martial artist Myaling Nug previously played the Amazon warrior Orana in Wonder Woman. TDK is thought to be short of the Detachable Kid, which in turn is another name of Arm Fall Off Boy. He has the ability to detach his own limbs and uses them as a blunt weapons, though it is unclear how he originally acquired this strange power. His ability proved unimpressive and was rejected by the Legion. The character will be played by Nathan Fillion, known for his leading role in cult television shows Firefly and Castle. Portuguese actress Diana Melchior is Ratcatcher 2, presumably related to the Batman villain Ratcatcher, whose ability was controlling and communicating with rats. Originally called Otis Flanagan, he developed his criminal alter ego as Ratcatcher and trained hordes of rats to kill and torture before he was stopped by Batman. It is possible that Ratcatcher 2 could be Flanagan's daughter, his protege, or perhaps even a superfan of his. King Shark is a shark-human hybrid with a shark head. It is believed initially the King Shark will be voiced by comedian Steve Agee, but the first trailer of the Suicide Squad revealed that Sylvester Stallone is voicing King Shark, also known as Nanayu. King Shark's father is the shark god. Due to his physiology, he is able to live indefinitely underwater and has a superhuman strength and durability, as well as phenomenal appetite for humans. Interestingly, Suicide Squad director David Ayer revealed in Twitter Q&A that King Shark was originally meant to appear in the movie, but because this would only have been possible as a fully CGI character, he was replaced by Killer Croc. James Gunn brother Sean Gunn is set to appear in motion capture as Weasel, a man-sized anthropomorphic weasel. In the character's first incarnation as the John Morton, Weasel was a man who did not perform well in academia, then and so took the costume identity of Weasel to brutally murder those he believed threatened to take his tenure. Along with sharp claws, Weasel also appears to possess superhuman strength and speed. Javelin is a former German Olympic athlete who, for unknown reasons, turned to a life of crime. He created an arsenal of weapons based on javelins and went up against Green Lantern when he stole a prototype jet-powered Solar Ferries aircraft, defeating him. Javelin was last captured, however, and recruited to the Suicide Squad.
Successfully complete the mission, you get 10 years off your sentence.
Viola Davis reprised her role as Amanda Waller in The Suicide Squad, a powerful political figure involved in several espionage and law enforcement agencies and commanding officer of the Task Force X. She advocated for and created the Suicide Squad based on her belief that superpowered individuals present a threat to humans. She therefore assembled her own team of disposable individuals with the power to take off these potential threats. So that's all for the video. Tell me your favorite character among them in the comment section. And if you have some more information over them, you could also share that with me. So if you like this video, hit the like button, and for more such content like this, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon.